Hey guys, what's up? Today I am bringing to you a Valentine's Day collaboration with my girl April B, or Chinkylicious on YouTube. She is so cool, so funny, such a great person. She is like me, but a girl. And I'll be doing a nail tutorial. Mine is kind of inspired by Rihanna's We Found Love. So it's like a neon alternative Valentine's Day look, which I really enjoy. I didn't want anything like overly lovey-dovey or anything. I feel that's a little bit cliche for me because I'm depressingly single. But nonetheless, April is very much in love, and it's so cool to see. So she has done a very lovely Valentine's Day makeup mask tutorial, and she showed me a little sneak peek beforehand, and it's really, really pretty what I've seen. So I'm really excited to see it, and you guys should be too. So at the end of this video, there's going to be an annotation that you could go and click and watch her video as well. So let's get into my tutorial. Alrighty, so I've already started off on this nail by using a base coat and then applying black nail polish. The black that I used was Sally Hansen Extreme Wear in Blackout, and this is one of the most pigmented black nail polishes I've ever used. It goes on like a dream. It's just a wonderful, wonderful black nail polish. And I just did one coat. You do not need this black to be extremely perfect near the end because you are doing the gradient over top. So it's more just using it as a base because we've got all this stuff going on over top of it. The black doesn't need to be perfect. Now the next step to going for this nail is the gradient. So you can see underneath here there is kind of a violety pink gradient color over top of the black. And this is the color I used to do that. This is the CoverGirl Continuous Color nail polish, and this is in pink sapphire. It's kind of like a plummy pink. And it works really well for this kind of gradient nail because it is a clear base with the glitter in it, so it helps to kind of fade the glitter up. So what we do here is we're going to start off, we're going to open the nail polish, of course. And I've got a sponge here that I actually cut in half. This is just a cosmetic sponge, basic. You can get it at any drugstore, dollar store, whatever you like. And you just want to grab, oops, there's a drip there, a little bit on one corner of the sponge. So then you have one corner for applying and one corner for blending. And then you're just going to start up at the base of the nail color. And this is going to allow you to get the strongest color at the very base. And then you just kind of want to pull it up very lightly. And just kind of angling that tip so you can get right in the corners really easily. And then once you start kind of pulling up a bit, you can use your blank edge to kind of help to blend a little more. Okay, so that's a good base start. Now we're just going to go back in, get a little bit more. And we're just going to repeat that step a couple times, just going right at the bottom and then blending up until we get a really nice fade effect with a lot of pigmentation at the bottom. It's going to look cloudy when you're fading it up, but once you have your top coat on top, it really helps to smooth everything out and bring out the sparkle. Okay, so once that's finished, we're just going to let it dry for a couple minutes, and then we're going to go in and start doing the lines. Alright, so once that's all dry and you're happy with your gradient, we're going to go on to doing the lines, and I'm just going to show you what I'm using for these. The yellow is Silk Line nail polish, and it's got a script brush. The blue that I used is the Orly Instant Artist. This is in hot blue, I think, yeah. And then we've got the silver in platinum. And then we've got the green, which I'm sorry, the names run up off of these guys so fast that I didn't even get a chance. I think it's called Sharp Green, but I could be totally wrong. So we're going to start up with the yellow. As you can see on the other nails here, it's kind of going from the upper left corner down to the center. So we're just going to copy that on the nail. And you want to be sure you get any excess nail polish off of the brush. And then just line up your line. And just take it slow. Okay, now these polishes aren't very pigmented, so what I figured is the best way to do this is to do one sheer coat, and then you're going to have to go back in with the yellow again and do a second coat, but that gives you that really nice pigmented yellow like we get on the other nails. All right. Now, since some of the lines aren't touching, we can go ahead and do another one. I'm going to go ahead and do the blue using the Orly Instant Artist in Hot Blue, which These ones you do want to shake up a little bit first because they are water-based and they tend to separate. So to get the most pigmented look, you want to just shake it around, give it a roll between your hands, and that should help you get the strongest color. So we open that up. Again, getting as much as you can off of the brush. And these ones I really do prefer. They have a lot longer of a brush than most nail script brushes that I've seen, and they go on so smooth. So this one's going straight down the side. So we're just going to line up the brush and just one smooth stroke down the side of the nail. Just like that. Okay, so we're going to let those dry, and then we'll go in with the silver and the green. Okay, so as you can probably tell, I went back in and I did my my second coat of the yellow and the blue just to make sure everything was nice and pigmented. Now with these oily polishes, you can see when they dry, because they're water-based, they kind of dry and they look a little bit, well, dry. And they just don't look like their actual color. Like, especially with the black, I found it almost looks like a dark gray, but when you put the top coat over top of it, it really does bring out the color and allow it to shine, and it really does work nicely. So now that those are finished, we're going to go in, and I'm going to do the platinum next. So just kind of giving that a bit of a roll, a little bit of a shake, and just get that out. So the line goes, it's practically dead, well, not dead center, it's just a little higher up, and it's a bit of an angled line. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to start on the one edge, and I'm going to come in, and when it gets to the center, I'm just going to flick out. Okay, because this is the best way I found to do a nail, or a line along the side of the nail, or when you're going sideways along the nail, this is the best way I found to do it, is to do that first line until it kind of apexes at the curve of the nail, and then go back in from the other side and connect your line. Okay, and then you can just go back in and touch it up, flesh it out, do what you need to do. You can also kind of roll your finger, because that'll help to follow the line smoothly. Okay, so that's the silver on there. And this one's pretty pigmented, so I'm pretty happy with that line. I think I'll just leave it as it is. I won't touch it anymore. So let's close that up. And then we're going back in with the, what I'm assuming is sharp green. And that line, it's rather inconspicuous because I thought I didn't want to crowd up the nail too much. So I just did that little corner line right here that's going to go behind the pink heart, just to give it a little bit of accent so there's something for the pink to contrast against. Okay, so this line's really simple because it's so short. We're just going to lay down the brush. Sorry if I'm shadowing myself. And just bring it down pretty much to meet the yellow. Okay, and that's that. So we're just going to let that dry, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how to do that heart. Okay, so now it's time for the tricky part, the heart. Hearts are surprisingly difficult for what they are. You know, you'd think they would be a very simple shape, but since you're trying to make this nice, even, and symmetrical, it can get a little tricky. Now, the easiest way I found to do this is to use a dotting tool. This is kind of a makeshift one that I just kind of made up. It's just a pencil, and then I took a flathead pin and I stuck it into the eraser kind of as far as it would go, to leaving a little bit, probably like a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch of space. And it gives you the perfect small dot size so that you can get that perfect shape really easily. Well, no, not really easily, but with some practice you should be able to do it just fine. So we're going to take, this is the color I'm using, it's Sally Hansen's Bubblegum Pink from the Extreme Wear line. Of course it's from the Extreme Wear line, everything I use is from the Extreme Wear line. So we're just going to do a dot of that on a paper towel here. Or two, you know, can't hurt. And take that on our pin. And then you want to use a very light touch when you're doing this. Start by making your round shapes. And with this, I find it's best to keep going back when you feel like you don't even need to. Just keep going back in and getting a refresher of the color. Because then you're not going to get any pulling or anything. And just using light strokes. Sorry, it's kind of hard to talk when you're doing this. It's like doing liner. Takes all your concentration. Alright, so I did my best. They're not going to come out perfect or completely symmetrical, but that's okay. It's a cute look, so I still enjoy it. So yeah, that's it. You want to give that a good amount of time to dry. Then you can do any touch-ups. If you do find that you've come too far out or anything, you can go back with the blue or even the green and just kind of touch up your sides a little bit here. And then once it dries, you want to use 2 coats of really good top coat. I'm using Sally Hansen Insta Dries because it really helps to keep everything from smudging and streaking. And then you want to let it dry. And then you're pretty much good to go. That's my Valentine's Day We Found Love inspired nail tutorial. And I'll put some pictures in right here so you can get a good look. Alright guys, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching my tutorial. Be sure to go and check out April B's channel because she is friggin' fantastic and you're gonna love the crap out of her if you love me because we're the same person. It's fantastic and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a good day!